A round of applause for Sarah and Case Study Ninja.
Right. Hello, I'm Sarah. I run Case Study Ninja. Our goal is to take the pain out of creating, managing, and sharing case studies. Case studies, also known as credentials, are critical for many businesses, especially consultancies. Most consultancies use case studies to win work by pulling them into proposals, putting them into pitches, and using them in client conversation as evidence of delivery. The problem is, they're usually not very good at it. They can't find them when they need them. They don't get around to writing them up. They leave them on other people's laptops and go up on holiday. So we've pulled together a combination of services and software to help improve that issue. So today I'm going to demo to you our B2B cloud software product. This is in beta. We're also mid-developing an Android app and an iOS app, but I'm just going to concentrate on the web product for the moment. Okay, so I'm going to imagine I'm a consultant. I've been out, I've delivered a really fantastic piece of work, and my colleagues and possibly a bid manager are saying to me, we need this case study, and you know what, we've bought this great piece of software, and we want you to get this case study into our software. So I would either log in, which I, in the interest of time, have already done, or I would sign up for our free trial. And then I would create my case study. Now, at this point, I've got a few choices. I can click through and upload to an online form, or, because I'm a really busy, successful consultant, I haven't got time for that, so I can access our data management services, which means I can just send it over in Word and we'll upload it for you. Or I could access a journalist service, which means that we've got some business journalists, including XFT people, who can ring you up and give you a nice interview over the phone, write up your case study for you. So if I'm going to self-service, and there's no way you can make an online form that particularly sexy, but I'll try to. You've got an online form, and unsurprisingly, it asks you some questions. Now, we've tried to keep this admin light, so I won't go into it too much, but the basic form is you write in the name of your case study, your client testimonial, and it follows what's a fairly standard template, which is challenge, solution, outcome. The one thing I will point out, though, is that we can change those headings if necessary, and these are all generated from our beta users. So, whoops. Oh, shut up. Hang on. So other things you can do, you can tag it by your country, your sector, you can add in a hashtag keyword for easy retrieval, you can add in your website URL. And I won't linger on this too long, but you've got some kind of more finessed metadata you can add in there. You can add awards, you will be able to add a link to press. You can add a photo if you happen not to have a photo. Hang on. It will automatically put in a stock photo from according to your sector, and you can add in a video. So I've done all that. I've created this wonderful case study, and I can upload it, and then I get a choice. Do I save it as a draft? Do I save it to my team so only my team can see it and collaborate on it? Or do I publish it publicly? So I'm, for the sake of this, going to publish it publicly, and it goes to a case study gallery. And in here, this is why we've tagged it. You've got filtered, you've got hashtag search. You can look at these as tiles, or you can look at these as a list. These are all real case studies from beta users, by the way. And this is what one looks like. So this is, I'd call this a very standard case study. Title, photo, testimonial, challenge, solution, outcome, and various tagging. If I'm interested in, maybe I'm coming on here to find out if there's anyone I can get some work from, I can check out Nigel by going to his page. There he is. If I want to, I can go to his team page. I can go back. I'll just do that way. It's quicker. I can send him a message, and I can share on, usual suspects for social media. Now, I'm an admin, so I can output anything to PowerPoint, but we do have some security in there. So if it's your team or your case study, you can output your single case study or a bulk set of case studies to PowerPoint, Word, etc. And I'll just show you that on a team gallery. I won't open it all the way up, but just to... Sorry, I've got admin rights, so I've got all this stuff. Hold on. Bear with me. I'm going to show you a pretty one. Right. So, let's go in that way. Yeah. So, they've got a whole bunch of case studies. Maybe this week I need to send a PowerPoint pack across to someone. I can click on these. And I won't do it because it takes a while. I generate it in PowerPoint. You also do that in Word. Now, if it's not your case study, if it's not in your team, and you're in the public gallery, you can download it as a PDF. And we use that to push some SEO benefit and some lead generation benefit. So you'd have to put in your email to get that PDF as a download. But obviously, we also do reporting back to the people who've published publicly. So really the final thing I just wanted to highlight is our Case Study Academy. So this is coming soon. So this is going to be really just a blog video area. So really publishing expert insight and content all around winning work, public sector procurement, obviously how to write a great case study, how to use your case study to generate PR, generate leads, how to do this really more effectively. And I've got a whole bunch of different people writing content for this, and this will go up. Brilliant. This will go up in around mid-April. And we're really aiming this, as I say, at consultancy firms, but particularly bid managers. They are unsung heroes in consultancy firms. They do a very hard job. Often there's only one or two of them. And they do tend to have to pester consultants a lot and not get a lot of love back. So we want to build them as our community, offering them things like webinars, breakfast meetings, and really targeting this content at them so it can help them develop professionally. So thanks for listening. What I'd really like to get out of the next section is I'd like to get feedback on our product because, as I say, we're in beta, we go live in May. But also, generally, just find out if you feel that in terms of our positioning towards consultancies and bid managers, if that sounds kind of the right market position as well. Thank you.
Brilliant. Sorry, I've got a mouthful of burrito. Very school-like, put your hand up if you've got a question or some feedback. I'll come round. Please use the microphone properly. It's quite easy with this mic because it's sensitive. And the other thing is, don't talk for hours. She's only got 7 minutes. I shall take my own advice.
Brilliant product.
Oh, thank you. Love that.
But the thing is, I'm not your customer base,
Right.
but I would use it.
Ah, good to know. Yeah,
I would use it for content marketing.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So I would definitely use this to showcase what I'm doing as a startup and, SEO the hell out of my startup. Kind of like Medium or SlideShare.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine if you can make a whole content marketing element where I can embed these into my website and be able to share and generate traffic.
So I'm really glad you mentioned that because we've got that code in place already. So you can push it into a website, into an intranet. I'm also working on a WordPress plugin as well if you've got a WordPress site. And it's interesting you raise that because inevitably with any beta period, the more users we work with, the more we're hearing different use cases. So I came to this from consultancy background and thought, it's all about managing it and putting it into PowerPoint. But again, this morning I had exactly that conversation with another potential customer who just said, no, I'm not interested in that. I just want to use it to push it out public, content management, website, etc. Yeah, there you go. Yes, polling app. That's my one for you guys.
Any more questions?
Yeah, great product.
Thank you.
I work for a consulting organisation at the moment, and I agree. I think it would be a great tool to use in terms of creds and case studies. Having worked on bids, I think it could be also useful in terms of compiling CVs. I don't know whether you've thought of that. Usually, whenever I've been on a bid, it's a case of trying to find the right, the right case studies, and also CVs and bios. So perhaps I don't know whether you've thought of that angle, but
it's an interesting one. So I would like to. We've got the user profile. Sorry, I'll use Nigel's user profile. So we've got the user profile at the moment, and it's very much secondary to the case studies. You can see it's pretty basic. We knocked it up pretty quickly. But what I am thinking is that there could be scope for that, either attached to the user profile as a bio or piece. But, inevitably, it's not just the people logged in. You're going to want to have a bank of that for other people as well. So it is something we're open to exploring. But where we're at the moment is I want to get this out to launch first and then sort of start putting in those kinds of extra pieces. But that's really helpful for me to hear as well.
All right. Just a couple of things. I think, firstly, to get the services side of your business degenerated a bit, because I think that's going to be a scale limitation. So I'd move towards more of a marketplace model rather than a direct service provision model, because I think you'll end up in a situation where you've got two capabilities that are scaling at different rates. It's much slower to scale the services.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I think that the output for many people, just a bare link they put on their website is probably going to be the limit of their technical capabilities, or a bare link they add to an email saying download our case studies here, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of consultancies have near zero technical capability.
Okay.
So just making it super, super simple for them to do.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's really helpful. I'll take that on board.
Hi. I really like it so far.
Thank you.
A lot of consultancies work with public sector and kind of national security, as you said.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be very happy hosting their data on your service. Have you thought about...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, two things. One, I have 2 public sector consultancies on here already. So, and I've worked in a public sector consultancy, so I know absolutely some of that. So... it kind of depends what they're delivering. Some of them will want to do some public stuff. Some of them can hold some in clouds. I've got someone on here who's done work for MI5, so weirdly he's gone down the route of the anonymised redacted case study, which actually is fine with him and apparently MI5. But I absolutely take your point, and it's something I've had a lot of conversation around. So what we have also got that I'm not heavily promoting right now is a white label product that someone could install behind their firewall. I'm actually in conversation, I won't say who, but with a potentially very large client for that. And the public sector angle is really, really interesting, because obviously there's very specific procurement processes around that as well. And going back to the academy, I want to kind of highlight some of that in there. But yeah, I'd be happy to talk about that in more depth later. Yeah, thank you.
Any more questions? No? Anyone else? Feedback? Thoughts? We're going to do the question with the app as well. Are we going to do that?
Yeah.
Where are you guys? You want to do this? Yeah? Should we do that? Let's do that now. This is the thing that we haven't done before, which is going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, let's give a big round of applause to Sarah
Thank you very
first of all.
much.